Want to know exactly how much a dividend stock pays and when you'll get your money? Well, you've come to the right place. Join our friend Olivia on a learning journey as she delves into the world of dividend investing. Olivia is a beginner investor looking to both grow a long-term portfolio and collect some passive income. She was thinking about adding dividend stocks to her portfolio, but felt overwhelmed at the amount of information available and wasn't sure where to begin. So let's help her out. The first thing to understand are dividend yields. A dividend yield tells you how much a company pays in dividends each year, expressed as a percentage of its stock price. It's calculated by dividing the dividend amount paid in a year by the current stock price and is listed as a percentage. So for example, if a stock is worth $100 and the dividend yield is 10%, then that means the company pays around $10 in dividends each year. Because it's based on the stock's current price, keep in mind that this number constantly changes. In WebBroker, a company's dividend yield can be found in the research section under the fundamentals tab once you've entered your stock. You can also find the yield by selecting quotes, entering your stock, and selecting fundamentals. Now, you might be thinking that the highest dividend yield equals the best dividend stock. Not so fast. A high dividend yield isn't always a good thing. Remember that yield is based on the stock's current price. So when a stock's price goes up, its yield will fall. And when a stock's price goes down, its yield will rise, sometimes substantially. So let's say Olivia finds stock ABC1 with a 124% dividend yield. Sounds amazing, right? Until we zoom out. The stock's price has been falling, driving up its dividend yield. So if she invests in this stock, she might get a nice payout from the dividends, but might also see her original investment shrink in value. Perhaps the company is paying its dividend with money that could have instead gone towards growing the business and potentially its share price. And keep in mind that dividends aren't guaranteed. They can go up, down, or even stop altogether. So bottom line, if it seems too good to be true, it probably is. One thing that can help is to compare a company to its competitors. This can be done in the research section of WebBroker to ensure the company has strong fundamentals in addition to a strong yield. It can be a good sign if these two factors go hand in hand. Now that we understand how much a stock pays in dividends, let's talk about what we're all looking forward to, actually getting paid. And it pays to know 4 key dates. The first date is called the declaration date. This is the day the company announces they're going to pay a dividend to shareholders. The second is the ex-dividend date. Think of this as a cutoff point. If you purchase the stock on this day or after this day, then you won't be entitled to receive the next dividend. Unlike for pirates, X does not mark the spot in this case. Digging for dividends at this date will only result in fool's gold. The third date to know is the record date. This is the date when the company checks their books to see who holds the stock and who is entitled to a dividend. In the past, when stock purchases would settle within 2 or 3 business days, the X date would usually come before the record date. But now that most stocks settle in 1 business day, the X date and the record date typically fall at the same time. So remember, to help ensure you collect a dividend, make sure that you own the stock by the record date or before. If you don't yet hold the stock but still want the dividend, you're still entitled to the payout as long as your buy is done at least 1 business day before the record date. And the final date to know is, of course, the payment date, a dividend investor's favorite date because it means they get paid the dividend. So, feeling more dividend dexterous now? Let's kick it up a notch. In the next lesson, we'll break down 4 common strategies to use to help maximize your returns, even if you're starting small.
Have more questions? Check out the links to the right and in the description below.